So how do the intelligence agencies believe that Chinese mobile phones or Chinese brand mobile phones like Vivo, Oppo, Realme, Xiaomi, ZTE, etc., how are they spying on you? How are they believed to be spying on you? Now, remember that brands of Chinese mobile phones like OnePlus, Xiaomi, Oppo phones, according to research reports, including a recent report by the University of Edinburgh, say these phones are preloaded with malware and spyware embedded inside apps that you've got no idea about. User data that is collected by these apps without the knowledge of users is sent directly to Chinese authorities. And according to this research, the data alarmingly includes IMEI number of your phone, MAC address, GPS coordinates to zero in on your location, and many other things. It also includes your contact data, your social media usage, and very crucially your SMS history. And remember, SMS is very, very important because it sometimes contains financial information, bank accounts, etc. Now, all this user data, according to Edinburgh University research, says the data is collected by stealth and without the user's consent. And this data can be used to identify individuals. So it's not just a mass of data, but it can be tracked down to individuals, and that's what makes it really, really dangerous and could be the basis of this advisory that's been issued by the Defense Intelligence Agencies. Joining me live now, our National Bureau Chief Abhishek Bhalla, who tracks security affairs for us. We'll also have with us in a moment Pavan Duggal, who is one of India's foremost cyber law and cyber security experts. We want to get his perspective also in on this. Abhishek, to you first, what triggered this advisory, Abhishek? Because, you know, Chinese brand mobile phones are omnipresent in India. They have a huge market share, especially in the mid and sub 20,000 rupee segment. So there are millions of these phones being used, including by, members of the armed forces. What triggered this particular advisory?
Well, Shiv, a slew of intelligence inputs had been pouring in about how the Chinese, specifically the Chinese PLA, could be targeting Indian armed forces through these mobile phones. And now here's where the problem lies, because this advisory also says that it's not just serving personnel, but also their families. So it just tells us how big a crisis, a problem this is as far as the defense forces are concerned. This exclusive news break by our colleague Manjeet Negi definitely, tells you that this is not a problem limited to the security establishment. The next step would be how to deal with these phones in the civilian market, because there are a lot of civilian officials working in the defense establishment. On the other hand, a lot of important services that civilians like you and I take from various service providers, we also become vulnerable to these. As far as bugging or espionage through these gadgets is concerned, Shiv, I can share a personal story. I had traveled once across the LAC. I was part of a delegation where we were taken on the Chinese side, where a border personnel meeting was taking place opposite Tawang. And when we came back with gifts, the Indian Army personnel said, take them at your own risk. Because what we were told is that whatever gifts are exchanged, whatever Chinese give to the Indian Army personnel, they do not use them. They are put in a box and sent straight to South Block. And that's where probably it's just, packed off in some storeroom. They are never used. So that's the bigger problem. You never know how far the Chinese have come. Have they entered our homes? And that's the bigger problem. And
globally, the atmosphere is against China as far as spy balloons is concerned, whether it comes to espionage, cyber spying. This is a country that stops at nothing when it comes to the use of technology to keep tabs on its adversaries. And in this case, the US, India, definitely part of the list of adversaries of China.